It's your boy, Blue Belt, Board of Violence Conductor here. Yeah, I'm still tripping on that. It's funny. This has nothing to do with that martial arts at all. It actually has to do with stocks and investing in people. The gist is this morning I felt compelled, I'm going to say by God, to post about that compound interest image they have. Would you take $1 million or would you take a penny doubled every day for 30 days? And it comes out to like 5.6 million or something like that. And I thought about it because one of the lessons I learned as a business person when I was young, one of my mentors said, if it's a business lesson, then it applies to life and dealing with people. All the rules, they're universal and they apply. Laws of God. And so what was interesting is I was prepping to go talk to one of my mentees today because he's very money driven. And I was like, I got to share this with the lads, right? So drop in this dude chat we have a bunch of dudes just talk about dude stuff. And I was like, it's not just about money. You know, when you invest your time into your people, into yourself, into your skills, into your spiritual growth, into your community, it pays the same kind of dividends. That compound interest, those rules still apply. They apply across the board. Now I dropped that in there and I was like, just think about that with your family, your friends, the time with your family, all those things in your community, because the person you affect today, if you wait 20 years to get out there and affect your community, you're missing all that compound interest, right? So we always want to wait till we're at the top before we start to engage and do things that matter. It's not a realistic way to do it. It's not the best way to do it. You don't know how much time you have. And so I posted that in the dude chat, and I go over to this other group I'm part of, a stock group. These are very, very wealthy people. And the first post I see is one of the guys in there says, I want to start a men's group and I want to mentor, I can't have kids. I want to mentor youth, young boys, right? And that's a specific passion for many of us, right? If you're a woman, you typically gravitate towards women, women issues, and men typically do the same thing for young boys, right? We want to see them get the kind of mentorship or training we didn't have as kids, because I was a relatively young mentor until my 20s when I got an Amway, to be honest with you. Shout out to John Stacy, Leonard Johnson, changed my whole life, like still lifelong friends. The mentorship, never had that. And so what was interesting is I go into that chat and that man's saying that. And this is another person, high income earner, and I'm like, that's awesome that he's wanting to give back and engage with his community, right? So I dropped a link in there about what we do with Catalyst and what Catalyst does. Then other people are saying, hey, I want to get involved. And it was an interesting question I was asked, and it actually made me tear up a little bit. One of the people said, hey man, I got a record. Can I still give back? Can I still engage? And I was like, man, I got a record. I was like, my wife has a record from when we were younger. Made some mistakes. And I was like, actually, those little tests we went through that we failed, those become your testimonies. You grow from that sort of stuff. I said, and realistically, when you're dealing with a lot of these kids that are coming out of juvie, these kids that have been locked up, it makes it easier to relate, to be like, I've literally been on probation before. I know what it's like to have your freedom taken away from you and not sure whether or not people are going to let you rent a house or get a job. I've been denied jobs I was overqualified for in my 20s because something I had done when I was 16. I wasn't even an adult yet. I was tried as an adult, which is funny, but whatever. So this sort of stuff is, it just really kind of hits me because I realize that so many of us, we think that the things we've been through in life, the things we've gone through that didn't maybe go the way we wanted them to go, disqualify us from mentoring, disqualify us from talking to people and teaching. And sometimes you don't have to be some super educated, high-end, sociologist or whatever, with years of education and childhood development or whatever. You just got to be real with people and you got to care. As they say, nobody even cares how much you know till they know how much you care. So just talking to somebody and saying, hey man, I'm not getting paid for this, but I'm out here because I care about you. That has a massive impact on people. So these people are out here thinking that because they've been through something and because they didn't do something right in their teens or their 20s, that they can't be a service of value to their family. I mean, and I just got done hearing Mr. Duckett talk about this on the radio show. Shout out to Rod Duckett with Impact Outreach. He was talking about the fact that, these people coming out of prison, whatever, yeah, they may have done some jacked up stuff in the past, but they got a lot of wisdom. They know a lot of things. They've been through a lot of things. They can tell you firsthand what it's like to not do it the right way. So please don't let things that have happened in your past disqualify you from sharing your testimony, from getting out here and being of service to your community, because people need to hear that. I need to hear about how your movie deal failed, as well as the way that your movie deal went through and how you made millions and millions of dollars. We need to hear it all. Sometimes we need somebody to tell us how not to do things or the consequences of doing it the incorrect way. Sometimes that's the only way to communicate something to some people. Some of us are knuckleheads, and we got to hear about the consequences, right? And then you tell us how to fix and how to do it better. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, because it kind of touched me in my heart a little bit to think that there are people out here who don't think that they are qualified to engage in the care for others, and you are. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're not. Okay? Just be honest, just be loving, and just be real. And that's really all it takes. If you want to engage with the youth, we work, like I said, we work with the juvenile detention centers in Williamson County, and really, we have programs that really apply to anywhere in the United States now. We're doing some things all over the world now. CatalystCollective.community. Hit the volunteer button. Someone reach out to you. I'm a regular guy. You know, I got engaged because my wife said it was a good idea and that I should. And so I did, and I'm thankful for her for saying that. I'm just a normal guy. In a gi. In a dojo. I mean, I'm a blue belt, which makes me kind of dope, but that's about it. That's all that's special. So any one of y'all can do it. If you care, don't wait till the last minute to get involved, y'all. Do that now. You're going to miss out on all that compound interest and all that compound impact that you could have over the next couple of years. Don't do that.